So what company, what army group did you actually join in England?
Pioneer Company.
The Pioneer Corps.
Yeah, 248 company in Kettering camp.
And then how did you serve out the war?
We volunteered, you know, to go somewhere else, you know, because the Pioneer Company. So we volunteered, and I got with the intelligence corps, and they were stationed in what was it called now? Near Hanover, Mark. What was the place for station? Nienburg.
Where's that?
Nienburg on the way, not far from Hanover.
Okay. So were you used as like an interpreter?
Yeah, interpreter.
Interpreter, because I heard quite a few of you who went back were in the Pioneer Corps and did that work. And at that stage, did you know, had you still been able to be in touch with your parents or not? Did you know what had become of your parents at that stage?
Yeah, at that time they were in Theresienstadt.
Okay. And then when the war ended, you went back to England at the end of the war?
I went to Purim dance in Hanover, and that's where I met Margot.
Okay. So, and you lived there until when?
Until 47 I got married. 48 I came out here, because I could see Australia is a place to live, not England.
Right.
Because I was looking for a job in London, but I couldn't do anything. But Margot had a cousin in London, and she was in the schmatte game, and she was manufacturing, and she said, Max, I can teach you how to cut, to become a cutter in the schmatte trade, but I can't keep you.
Right.
I can't keep you.
Right.
So in other words, she said, I teach you and then get out of here, because and that was the best thing what she did.
Right.
That I came here.
So you came here with Margaret?
Yeah.
And you settled in Melbourne?
Yeah, I settled. I went to the place where everybody was having meals, because I knew somebody, and he took us there, and and there I met a lady. She lived in Farmer Street in St Kilda, you know, where they used to have chocolates in High Street. What was the name?
Red Tulip?
No, not Red Tulip.
What?
The chocolate shop in High Street, St Kilda. Surev. And she said, I have got rooms, but I can see you can't afford it. Yeah, Mrs. Ringer, you can't afford it. But I know somebody in that street who has got 2 vacant rooms and would be able to accommodate you. So we had a meal there at the restaurant and went there, and the guy, you know, elderly couple, had a couple of rooms there, and they said it will cost you 25 shillings.
Now, had your 2 brothers come back with you to Australia?
No.
No, they stayed overseas until, and then what sort of work then did you do after you returned to Australia?
Here I did, went into the schmatte trade.
Right, because of the training you had had?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking back now, would you describe the effect these events had on your life? And do you have any feelings either way about the British and Australian authorities of the day? So initially, what effect do you think your experience with the Dunera boys had on your life?
I don't think I can complain, because I came back and I started a new life here, and my brother did exactly the same thing. He got married in London too, and he went via the United States, and he stopped in Sydney, and he did not have money, you know, to travel to Melbourne. And when I left England, I had a note that I should come stay in Sydney. I said my ship is going to Melbourne and I haven't got the money to go to Sydney. So that's how we parted. And,
okay. And do you hold any ill feeling towards the authorities, either in Britain or in Australia?
no, no.
So would it be right to say that your decision to actually come back to Australia a second time was maybe influenced by the fact that you'd already been here once before and seen what this country was like?
Yeah.
Yep. So you've got, now you have two sons, Leslie and Evan, and any grandchildren?
Yeah.
How many?
Two granddaughters.
Two, yeah.
Two granddaughters.
Two granddaughters.
And two great-grandsons.
Yeah.
Well, it's very a pleasure to talk to you, Max and Margaret, and we wish you well for the future.
Thank you very much.
And we, as you may be aware, we are going to be celebrating the 70th anniversary of the landing of the Dunera boys this weekend in Hay, and we'll be thinking of you very much in that regard.
My nephew will be there.
Peter,
Peter, yeah.
thank you again, Max.
Pleasure.